Hello everyone, my name's Olga. My husband and I lived in Antalya, Turkey for a year. Over the weekend we decided to rent a car and take a day trip to Kemer and the surrounding villages. And I have to say straight away, I think some of the best beaches in Turkey are right here in Kemer. It's fairly easy to rent a car in Turkey. We've done it many times. You can arrange one directly at the airport or from one of the local shops in the city. Usually there's a 2-day minimum rental, but if you're staying in Antalya or Side, I would definitely recommend a trip to Kemer. Even just the mountain views on the way are stunning. The town is framed by the Mediterranean on one side and the Taurus mountains on the other, which makes the whole setting look striking and very inviting. Kemer itself is one of the most established holiday towns near Antalya. It combines long stretches of beach with a lively marina, modern resorts, and plenty of everyday shops and cafes. For anyone looking for a place that feels both relaxed and scenic, it's a destination well worth adding to your list. Right now we're driving towards the marina in Kemer to see the beaches there. So first things first, the beach. We'd seen some beautiful photos of Moonlight Beach and decided to have lunch at one of the beach clubs there. I liked the place straight away. They were playing music that instantly put you in a holiday mood, and the design of the interior was very stylish. The prices were high for Turkey, especially for alcohol, but for a spot like this, right on such a lovely beach, I thought they were fair enough. We ordered iced coffees, and soon after that our pizza with chicken arrived. We're not sponsored by this place and paid for everything ourselves, so if you'd like the exact location, just leave a comment below. At the beach itself, you could rent a sunbed directly by the water or sit further back in the garden area if you wanted more privacy. The beds at the water's edge were more expensive, but we only wanted a quick dip in the sea and that was free. Inflation is high in Turkey and prices change all the time, so check my channel for a video with current costs. In general, in Turkey, all beaches are free. You only pay for the extras like sunbeds and umbrellas. The air temperature in August can reach 40 degrees, and even in September it's still around 30 during the day. With that kind of heat, going for a swim feels like being born again. The water in Kemer was absolutely perfect, crystal clear with a beautiful blue color. By my impression, it's a little cooler than in Antalya, which is actually a good thing when it's this hot. And here at Moonlight Beach there were almost no waves and a shallow entrance into the sea, which is ideal for children. Overall, I enjoyed the beach here much more than what I've seen in Bodrum, Siedlce, Alanya, Marmaris, and even in Antalya, where the beaches can be less clear and not nearly as calm. Here are the prices for fresh juices. They are listed in US dollars, which makes it clear that foreign tourists are the main customers here. And if you'd like to avoid scams and save hundreds on eating out and transportation while visiting Antalya, check out my guide. One of the main activities you can do in Kemer is to go on a boat tour. In the summer, Renee went on one of these cruises and it was good fun. Although I do agree with some of my Turkish subscribers who pointed out that the foam parties can be harmful to nature, as the foam ends up in the sea and pollutes it, so it's probably better to choose a boat tour without a foam party. That said, the mountains around Kemer are definitely worth seeing from the sea. It gives you a completely different perspective on the landscape. This is the park next to the marina and the public beach in Kemer. All the locations we visit will be in the description below. Right here you'll find a 5-star hotel and even a rooftop restaurant. In the park itself there are also cafes, a McDonald's and a Starbucks, and there's also Food in Box, a trendy restaurant that has a branch in Antalya as well. Now we're at the public beach. It's a pebble beach, but the water is once again clear and calm with no big waves. And the view of the mountains alone makes it worth coming here. As we walked past some of the hotels right on the beachfront, we saw that many of them are 4- and 5-star luxury hotels. What surprised me was that we didn't hear any loud, blasting music from these hotels. The whole area had a more relaxed, peaceful vibe. Overall, we noticed more mature tourists here, walking from their hotels to the beach or simply relaxing at the pools and restaurants. On the promenade between the hotels and the beach, there was even a guard watching over the area. And that, for me, makes Kemer feel different from places like Side or Bodrum. Here it feels calmer, more stylish, and in many ways more attractive. Every hotel along this stretch has its own beach area with sunbeds for guests. The water here was once again very clear and blue, and there are also handrails to help you get in and out of the sea more easily. But if you're looking for nightlife, Kemer has you covered too. Some of the biggest nightclubs in Turkey are here, and you won't even find venues like that in Antalya, which is a much larger city. Not far from the beachfront hotels, there's also a shopping street, although, to be honest, most of what I saw there were market-style shops. So if you want to do proper shopping, it's better to go to one of the big malls in Antalya. The largest one is right next to the airport. Rixos is one of the premium hotels here, but there are also many smaller boutique hotels that are more budget-friendly. Along the streets, you'll also find plenty of shops. We even saw a massage offer starting from just $10. We passed by some of the smaller boutique hotels, and I really liked the look of them from the outside. I can't say much about the quality of the rooms, but what stands out is that they're literally surrounded by mountains. For the view alone, I'd like to stay in one of them one day. We also noticed a leather and fur shop, but I know they mostly cater to tourists, so expect the prices to be inflated. They'll definitely be foreigner prices, but even so, it still might end up cheaper than what you'd pay back home. Now we're gonna check out the public beach in Beldibi, right in the mountains, in these mountains. And here is the beach, and there are many small hotels that even say they have a room, so I guess they accept walk-ins too. And they're right in those mountains, very nice. And of course for people who want more, there's a Rixos, and it feels like a small villagey resort town. And yeah, it's very busy indeed, but the water looks nice. I like, makes me want to swim right away, forget about the filming and everything. Just dive, let all the troubles behind. And yes, it's very busy. This beach though is not quite as neat as the central one in Kemer we showed earlier. The stones here are larger, which can make it a bit uncomfortable, but that's easily fixed if you buy water shoes. They're sold in the little shops by the beach, they're inexpensive, and they make it much easier to walk on the stones and get into the sea without any trouble. So if you're okay with a pebble beach like this, I would say it's still a very good location. The sea here is calm, clear, and beautifully blue. Let's go to our next spot, and the main attraction there is the canyon. And whenever you are in Kemer, you will see tour offers that will take you to the canyon. It's a popular destination for hiking. It's perfect for beginners and seasoned hikers, and it offers great natural scenery to explore. It has approximately a 3-kilometer long trail, and you can actually go there on your own, which we did earlier in the winter. And I can totally recommend coming here if you're on a holiday in Kemer. The walk is refreshing, the air is cooler than by the coast, and the cliffs and streams make it a place where you can really enjoy nature. Next, our goal was to see the abandoned hotel, but the entry was unfortunately forbidden. And we did see some tourists sneaking in, but they were escorted out by the guard. We went to the beach and found there another abandoned hotel, but the beach itself was quiet and had clear water. We didn't see tourists there, and I think the people on the beach were actually locals. Our last destination was where some of the premium club hotels are located. Unfortunately, we could only go to the public beach part, but still the water there is once again clear and blue. And I would also recommend bringing at least eye goggles or diving masks to snorkel and see the fish underwater. The famous mountain is one of the most popular attractions near Kemer. You can buy a tour where a group car will take you there or drive there by yourself. The mountain is one of the highest peaks in this part of Turkey, standing at more than 2,300 meters. The cable car takes you right to the summit in about 10 minutes. We visited back in December, and from the top you get truly breathtaking views. The coastline, the sea, and the Taurus mountains stretching for miles. Sometimes in winter you can even see snow at the peak while the beaches below are still warm and sunny. If you want to figure out what beach city in Turkey is best for you, whether you're with a family or want to party or want to go hiking and discover Turkey's hidden gems, get my guide to learn about 8 best destinations in Turkey for every kind of traveler.